State for Foreign Affairs Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu arrived in Accra on Wednesday night to engage her Ghanaian counterpart and de-escalate the situation. Her visit follows calls by the Nigerian Senate and the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission for calm and restraint.
I came and I saw with my own two eyes that there were not tires burning on the streets and people with placards everywhere urging Nigerians to be deported. And it speaks to how the government of President John Mahama was able to rise to the occasion.
According to the Nigerian High Commission, over 1 million Nigerians live in Ghana. For authorities in Ghana, Bianca's visit underscores the importance of long-standing bilateral relations. Speaking after their closed-door meeting, Ghana's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Samuel Ablakwa, acknowledged the close ties between both countries.
We have agreed that we will deepen our community-to-community engagement. We are conscious of our history, that even though we have a historical background with a lot of ethnic groups having the same heritage and antecedent.
As tension eases, both nations are expected to continue their consultations to prevent further escalation and reaffirm their commitment to regional cooperation and integration. For Newslink on West Africa Democracy Radio, Usman Umar reporting from Abuja.
The Ghana Journalists Association has warned of a nationwide media blockout on all police-related activities if urgent action is not taken to address escalating attacks on journalists in the country. This follows over 10 reported incidents, including the assault on journalists during the Ablekuma North parliamentary rerun on July 17, as well as the reported assault of another reporter by military officers during a demolition exercise on July 30. While acknowledging that the police have charged an officer in the Ablekuma North case, the association stressed that justice must go beyond charges to include swift, transparent, and fair prosecution. At a press briefing on Thursday, the association president, Abel Kwabena Dumfor, condemned the incidents, describing them as direct attacks on democracy and press freedom.
The GJA hereby demands from the Ghana Police Service as follows. 1. A detailed update on the status of investigations and to train officers on respecting press freedom and media rights. 5. The police should do the needful by writing or responding to our formal request. We have formally written to the police requesting a full investigative report on all assault cases, including but not limited to that of the Ablekuma North elections rerun. And we need that to be done. We expect these demands to be met within 7 days from the date of this statement. Failure to do so will leave us with no option but to advise all media houses across the country and our members to boycott all police-related activities and declare them as enemies of press freedom. If the police fail to adhere to our directive, this is what we are going to do. We will boycott all police-related activities and we will declare them as enemies of press freedom in the country.
Albert Kwabena Dumfor is the president of the Ghana Journalists Association. You are listening to Newslink here on West Africa Democracy Radio, broadcasting from Dakar, Senegal. Here is a reminder of our top stories. The Benin Republic marks its 65th independence anniversary with grand military parade alongside Ivorian armed forces. Maiden edition of Sahel Governance Forum wraps up in Banjul with a call to strengthen institutions. Senegalese Prime Minister Sonko presents economic recovery plan replacing emergent plan implemented by former President Macky Sall. Still ahead in the news, Burkina Faso celebrates the country's first successful kidney transplant. We also have guest interview and sports news. Please stay with us.
Fresh and breaking news all the time. Hear it first as the news breaks, only on West Africa Democracy Radio. Newslink continues.
We are streaming live on YouTube at WADR and on Facebook, WADR English Service. Before heading to Burkina Faso, let's traveled through Liberia, where the Office of the Ombudsman is urging decisive action against public officials who have failed to comply with the asset declaration requirements outlined in the Code of Conduct. At a press briefing on Thursday, Councillor Finley Kanga, chairman of the Ombudsman, called for the suspension of more than 40 legislators found in violation of the code, which mandates asset declaration to ensure government transparency. WADR's Monrovia correspondent Ibrahim Parker reports.
Since their inauguration in 2024, 29 representatives and 12 senators have allegedly refused to declare their assets. Councillor Finley Kanga, chairman of the Ombudsman, described the lawmakers' action as a clear violation that requires attention.
Asset declaration is a key requirement of our laws and requires that all those within the three branches of government will declare their asset. We are accordingly rating the Speaker of the House of Representatives to have those representatives suspended pending the declaration of the asset.
Despite a presidential moratorium intended to facilitate compliance, around 150 executive branch officials remain in violation of the asset declaration mandate as of July 4, 2025, highlighting a persistent challenge to transparency efforts. Councillor Kanga therefore called on President Joseph Boakai and the nation's judiciary sector to address non-compliance within the executive and the judiciary arms of government.
In conformity with the President's directive and the law, that is, they should accordingly be suspended. Notwithstanding, there are 4 public officials within the judiciary that are yet to comply with the asset declaration regime. Her Honor Sianen G. Yo, Chief Justice retired Yusuf D. Kabad, Associate Justice James Eto H. Wolokoli, Associate Justice of the Honorable Supreme Court.
Prominent lawmakers involved include former Speaker Ellis Taylor, Bill Twari, Simeon Taylor, Boto Kanen, Zoe Manuel Pena, and Samuel Coker. Although the lawmakers have yet to officially respond to the Ombudsman's call, Liberians are concerned about whether the recommendations from the Ombudsman's office will be fully implemented and followed. For Newslink on WADR, Abraham Parker, Monrovia.
And now Burkina Faso has just achieved what is being hailed as a national medical feat. A team from the Tingandougou University Hospital in Ouagadougou has successfully performed the first kidney transplant. The announcement was made by Health Minister Robert Lucien Kagugu at a press conference. Francis Boniface has more in this report.
Une avancée historique.
This is a historic achievement for our country, the successful completion of the very first kidney transplants in Burkina Faso.
It was with pride that the Minister of Health, Robert Lucien Kagugu, announced this information during a press conference. Burkina Faso has successfully recorded its first kidney transplant, which was performed at the Tingandougou University Hospital. This is a source of satisfaction for urologist Dr. Borema Wedrago, who took part in this operation.
Kidney transplant surgery didn't exist in Burkina Faso, but now it's a reality, a first, and a success. It's a joy for me as an urologist who has participated in training and patient recruitment since 2024.
In 2023, the country had 2.5 million people suffering from chronic kidney disease, according to figures from the Ministry of Health. This first transplant is therefore good news for these patients. Also, according to figures from the Ministry of Health, 1,000 patients were receiving dialysis in 2023 for an estimated need of approximately 20,000 people. The same year, the country recorded 727 deaths linked to chronic kidney failure.
Francis Boniface with that report filed by WADR's Ouagadougou correspondent Martin Kaba.
Politics, analysis on major news, social matters, and all. This is A Guest.
Let's take you back to Banjul, the Gambian capital, where leaders from across West Africa, international development partners, and civil society organizations converged to discuss the deep-rooted governance challenges facing the Sahel region. The 2-day event marked the first ever ECOWAS Sahel Governance Forum of high-level dialogue and strategic engagement. Our guest is Fatoumata Jallo Tambanjan, former Vice President of the Gambia. The former Gambian Vice President closely works with the Goodluck Jonathan Foundation, one of the organizers of the forum.
It's been a very important initiative. I think it's the right path to addressing issues affecting Sahel. Sahel is Africa, and we are all Sahel. You have 10 countries, including the Gambia, as a Sahelian country. What affects one of the African countries affects everybody. Peace can never be complete if one country is in turmoil. So this solidarity that has been initiated by the United Nations Development Program in concert, in partnership with the Goodluck Jonathan Foundation and also IDA, is a very important initiative. It has brought in so many African talents from different disciplines, talking about issues with focus on how to move the Sahel into a new path of governance, architecture, and also a public trust, accountability, good governance, and also prosperity.
From a woman point of view, you witnessed the discussion on women leadership. What more would you have to say to that now?
Women, we cannot leave women behind. 52% of the African population, and also youth. This is a fundamental human capital that doesn't need to be behind. The reason why we are where we are today in terms of crisis is because development has not put people at the center of the process. Development is for the people. So we need to design programs, policies and programs that would empower everybody, every citizenship. And development must bring people at the center so that the decisions that are made for the people, in the benefit and interest of the people, for the welfare of the people and for the well-being of people. So women are very important, and they're playing a key role, especially in all the areas, be it peace, be it security, be it governance. And they make a difference because women have maternal instinct, they have the talent and ingenuity, and they also have the commitment to really uplift Africa to be the Africa we want.
We've seen that, in the Sahel region, where insecurity is really a problem, women are the ones who normally bear the brunt. As a woman, what message would you have for regional leaders insofar as governance and inclusive women is concerned?
I have always championed the inclusion of women and youths. As a mother, as a professional, and also as a thinker, I believe that women and youth are the capital, human capital that is needed for development. So we all have to work together. The responsibility of regional, either national leaders, political leaders, be it parliamentarians, be it civil society, wherever leadership is, we should all work together in ensuring that we have good governance, that we build a path of prosperity where we share the prosperity, where natural resources, in view of the climatical change that is happening in the world, that resources are managed, resources are utilized, and value is added so that it benefits the people of the countries we belong to, through industrialization, through export, and minimizing, of course, imports, so that we can have more revenue to build the country, our countries in terms of development.
Fatoumata Jallow Tambanjan is a former Vice President of the Gambia. Now, in the world of sports, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has unveiled a new trophy for the Total Energies CAF African Nations Championship CHAN Pamoja 2024 in a reveal that features three of the continent's most celebrated football icons: Victor Wanyama of Kenya, Dennis Oyango of Uganda, and Risho Ngasa of Tanzania. The announcement comes ahead of the tournament's much anticipated kick-off with the Total Energies CAF 2024 set to be co-hosted by Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania from the 2nd of August to the 30th, 2025. The three legends lent their presence and prestige to a special video release to mark the occasion, underscoring the significance of the new trophy and its alignment with the values of African football. The new trophy launch is part of the Wadr rebrand of the Total's CAF Chan Pamoja 2024, a refreshed identity seeking to highlight deep cultural roots, unity and footballing excellence that define the tournament and its people in the African football ecosystem. And that's the latest in the world of sports. That brings us to the end of this edition of Newslink here on West Africa Democracy Radio, broadcasting from Dakar, Senegal. Thank you for listening, and special thanks to Mustafa Sek and Umunda Yogo for the technical assistance. At 1 o'clock, Mustafa Jakite will be here with the news in French, which is info chez vous. I am Augustine Cully. Good afternoon.
And many thanks to you for listening to Newslink via Hot 104.3 FM, Newmi FM 94.0,
Hilltop Radio 104.7 FM,
and Veritas Radio 102.9 in Banjul, the Gambia. We also appreciate our listeners in Liberia via Alternative Youth Radio 98.9 FM, Lofa County,
Radio Kaigama 94.5 FM, Nibe County, DCN Radio 91.3 FM, Riverside County, Wakat FM Radio, Banga, Liberia, Radio Baf FM 91.3 Sierra Leone.
For you listening via Radio Pad 95.1 Damango, Savannah region, and on Royals FM 104.7 Wenchi, Ghana, we say a big thank you. Remember, West Africa Democracy Radio is all about you, your views, and your opinions.